My role in the committee is to coordinate the safety of the event and to work with the emergency services and Wirral Council and the traffic management company to make sure that the event's carried out as safely as can be expected. No, I don't think we had a committee from the very beginning of the egg run. When it started 30 years ago, it was a local motorcycle group who just went down and did the event. It was only when that sort of group disbanded and a new body of people came together, and it was thought a good idea to sort of put some structure towards the event, and so they formed a committee then. I joined the committee about 3 years ago. It was a friend of a friend who knew what I did for a living. The police at that time had become very much involved. They wanted a safety professional to be involved in the run in some way. Someone asked me to carry out some risk assessments and of the run, and I became involved that way. This year, I mean, it's the biggest event which is happening on the Wirral in 2010, and as any event these days, health and safety is important, A, because we want to keep people safe, and in excess of that as well, we have to comply with local legislation and health and safety law within the country.
Stick and Step is a charity. We don't receive any government funding, any funding from the NHS or the PCT or anyone like that. We work with children with cerebral palsy. 63 children come to us every single week, twice a week, and we require over £200,000 every year to keep our doors open to them and provide those services. Last year we were lucky enough to receive a couple of thousand from the Wirral Egg Run, which was absolutely fantastic. The money we got from the Wirral Egg Run was spent on outings for the children and for parties here at the actual centre. I had been living on the Wirral for maybe 6 months before I actually saw the first Wirral Egg Run go past, and it made me feel really warm and cosy to my heart. I don't know why, but everybody recognises what it is because it's so individual, and I think they really do make a difference, and everyone knows that, and so everyone is very, very supportive of it and knows that it really truly is a good thing to be doing. There's no bad thing about it, there's no downside, nobody moans about it or anything. It's just a fantastic fun thing that happens, and to get a grant out of it at the end, I'm not sure many members of the public know that actually there's money that comes out at the end, and that spreads across the whole of the area and makes a true difference to everyone.
Yeah, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning now. We've been here, the team, since about 6 o'clock this morning. It's getting slightly warmer as the sun's come up over the horizon there. We've been here since 6 o'clock. We're setting up. We've got the portable toilets have arrived. We've got the PA system being set up the merchandising tent. The Hardy committee members have been here and are looking around for a bacon sandwich. And we're waiting for the first bikes to arrive. One bike arrived here about 6:10 this morning, and he's just wandering up and down the seafront. But give another hour and a half, and this place will just be a sea of motorcycles.
I've been going on a motorbike for quite a while anyway, because I'm a keen biker. Gary's been doing it with me about 4 years.
About 4 years,
yeah, about 4 years now. We've done 4 egg runs together as Laurel and Hardy. 1 year we were without a bike, and all the other years we've done it on trikes, different trikes, because the first year I had a VW trike. This year we've got the Reliant trike, the same one we had last year. Although we've spent a fortune on it this year to get it up and looking really nice. A trike's never finished. You're always adding to a trike, you're always rebuilding and putting more stuff to it. So it's great when you get out to the likes of the egg run, because you can show off all the hard work that you've done on the trike, as well as doing what we do, as being Laurel and Hardy.
And we can wear our bowler hats. And
we can wear our bowler hats, because you don't need a crash helmet on a trike. So we go around with the bowler hats on. The egg run itself, obviously, it's for British Children's Charity, it stays at home. That's why I like doing the egg run. All the money stays at home. We do enough for charities abroad. I mean, obviously they all need the money, but we need money here as well. We need money for our children, which is why I take part in the egg run every year. I mean, the egg run's an amazing event. I mean, you've got 10,000 bikers, all like with the machines gleaming. Everybody's been polishing the machines all week, and you go there and you've got people that you haven't seen for years anyway. You haven't seen since the last egg run, and you get chatting with everybody, and then you're riding through, everybody's cheering you. You can't really describe that feeling, can you?
No, it's just an amazing feeling all the way through, from start to finish.
You've got people shouting for you and cheering you, and there's people donating money in buckets. It's just a fantastic feeling that you're donating to that. Every type of bikers there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mods up to rockers, up to just people who are Sunday riders. You've got young children on the back of bikes. You've got adults there. There's just every age group, every type of biker, and it's a great event.
Yeah.
It really is a great event. Hopefully going to make them all laugh, I'll make them all cheer, make them all glad to be there, make them want to donate, make them feel good about themselves and good about others.
Yeah.
But still keeping everybody entertained, getting everybody so that they want to be there next year.
I go to watch Paul every year, but first he just started going with just ordinary biker's clothes on. And then it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and he wanted to be noticed because he saw that some of them were getting dressed up as rabbits. So he picked to be a chicken so that he would be that little bit more different, so he could collect more. At first they used to take lots of eggs, but then they started collecting as well. So I think it's better when they collect because more people can benefit. The egg run's been amazing for the money, the charity money, and the kids with the eggs. It's been going for so long now. I think it's absolutely marvellous. Absolutely great. The way the public take this chicken coming along the road is amazing. They really, really take to him, you know, with this, and he's such an idiot. He'll do anything to help anyone, and he is good like that. But they're all so good, you know. They all make that effort for the egg run to get what they can. It's wonderful.
All right, love. See you later. Be careful.
I think it's absolutely fantastic. I mean, if you look round, there's more people here this year than there were last year. And as the Mayor of Wirral, it truly amazes me the amount of people who are prepared to give up their time and energy for the benefit of others. These are all volunteers here today, and there's going to be a lot of sick children who are going to benefit from the good cause that they're doing. Well, there's a chap here, as you can see, a gentleman in his 50s dressed as a bunny rabbit. I know he's a chicken, but there's Laurel Hardy are here. There's bunny rabbits, there's all sorts, but there's that many people. I haven't managed to get around them all yet, but no doubt I'll see them because I'll be the first one into Clatterbridge, and I'll be welcoming them all in as they come in.
Favourite bit about the egg run? Everything really. It's getting together with the crowd at the start, because we do a little bit of close-up magic, so we'll walk around the crowd doing a bit of close-up magic, and you get all the banter of everybody who's there. Everybody's excited, getting a cup of tea at the burger vans and having a chat with people, and then once you get going, all the crowd cheering.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
You get people shouting over, it's Stan and Ollie, and then all the chickens are behind you, and we're usually behind the Lord Mayor's car. And as we're walking around, we just play the ukulele. That gets a crowd round us, then we'll do a bit of close-up magic.
Lonesome Pine, just below is the cabin home of a little girl of mine. Her name is June, and very, very soon she'll belong to me. For I know she's waiting there for me, that lone pine tree. in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, on the trail of the lonesome climb.
We're coming from Belgium, Ostend. We took off the ferry and came up to Birkenhead.
You're just buzzing off the reaction of the public. You have such a glow about you when you get there, and there's thousands of people in Clatterbridge, and there's people from the public who go there as well and have a look around the bikes, and it's just a proper buzz, proper atmosphere. It's definitely something the Wirral Council should build upon and make this into not just a motorbike event, an actual an event for the Wirral in itself. There should be a ferry, there should be a little quad track here for the kids. They've got to build on this. It's got such a foundation, it's been going that many years. It seems a shame that they've not pushed on with it. The police are in full support, the council are supporting it in certain levels, but we need to build on this now. Now there's a demise of the Wirral show, this is definitely the way forward.
Ronald McDonald House is a charity that provides free home away from home accommodation for parents who have sick children, either in neonatal or on children's wards. Without the likes of the Wirral Egg Run, places like this wouldn't exist. We need the support of local people within the community, local businesses, to help these houses function. From the people I've met from the Wirral Egg Run, the good, local, down-to-earth people, and they're into bikes, and I just think it's a great day out for everybody who wants to be a little boy again. And obviously, maybe because of past experiences from themselves or people they know, they really understand the difference it makes for people to raise money for places like this. You know, we just wouldn't survive if people didn't take the time and effort and were passionate enough to raise money for us to continue. I applied last year and we were thankfully granted a grant, so that actually sponsors one of our bedrooms at the moment. I'd just like to say thank you to the Wirral Egg Run and to everybody else who I know from day one has been a fantastic support to us, and hopefully, you know, they will continue to support us for the future.
I'm Liz. This is Lisa. I did the egg run, started the egg run in 1987, and my husband at the time, well, my now husband, took me as a date to introduce me to bikers because I was a punk and I didn't know anything about bikers, and there was all the moral panic about bikers in the 70s, and it was the same in the 1980s. So he brought me over here and I was quite impressed by the bike community, realised there were loads of different people, and then immediately bought myself a bike and became a punk on a bike. And we've been coming ever since, and I think there's been 4 constants in my life, which have been motorbikes, yep, Russell, punk and the egg run. And we've just carried on ever since, haven't we? Yep.
there's no professional fundraiser for us, and we don't have any expertise in fundraising. I have expertise in bossing people about, which is my strength, what I bring to the party. So a charity like the Wirral Egg Run, particularly because it's focused on children's health, is hugely important, and particularly, secondly, that it supports local charities. You know, for the people who organise it, they do a splendid job. Well, I know that we had several of our committee members involved in behaving quite disgracefully to cheer the people on, particularly along Birkenhead Road in Hoylake, and it's quite conceivable that a particularly lunatic group of people were seen egging people on and holding up scorecards and generally making merry. So I know that that happened. I also know that an awful lot of our supporters, because they are Wirral residents, would have been out on the side of the road cheering the bikers on and giving money because they are Wirralians. You know, we live here and we all think the Egg Run is a great, well, it draws everybody together in the community. And I'm very grateful to the Egg Run organisers, extremely grateful for their funding, and I would like them to know that we think they do an absolutely cracking job. So thank you very much.
Everyone wants the Egg Run to do well, and the fact there's so many characters dressing up like myself and other sorts of different guises, it helps towards make the atmosphere of the Egg Run what it is, and that's why it's lasted the test of time.
People need to celebrate these things a bit more. What I think is that people almost take stuff for granted, and we do locally some fantastic events. We make a massive difference. We have some leading charities out there, leading organisations who are as good as other people across the whole of the UK. And we really need to celebrate that, because the Wirral is an amazing place to live, it's an amazing place to be. It's almost like its own little island. We've got fantastic visitor attractions, fantastic people, fantastic places, all very varied and diverse, and we really need to pat ourselves on the back a bit more and say, this is pretty good, look at what we've achieved, and go out there and really celebrate it.
Now they've arrived at Clatterbridge, it's just a question of sitting down, going to the toilet, grabbing a burger and chips, having a lot of socialising, looking at all the bikes you can't afford and looking at all the ones you can and you wouldn't want. Large queues for the toilets, and then eventually everyone will sort of drift off home or go for a ride out with it being such a nice day, or pop down for a pub for a quick one on the way home.
Well, it's been absolutely nuts. Yeah, there's been a lot of motorcycles whizzing up and down everywhere, and I'm sure the charities have done very well out of it.
Yeah, don't forget to say about the scooters as well.
Yeah, there's been a lot of scooters here as well. Yeah, keep forgetting you were a mod. Yeah. Another nice mess. Yeah, and lots of people clapping on the route, and there's been a few people here asked for our cards. Have you got a card?
Yeah.
Yeah, Stanley brings cards with him. No, a business card. It doesn't matter. But we've given out a few business cards, so it's been a good day all in all.
Sure has.
Fancy that.
Today's Egg Run went really well, especially with it being the 30th anniversary. I think we had more bikes than ever, and it was a really fun day. The feedback I've got from all the people at the side of the road, the marshals, events organiser, it was a brilliant day, and all being well, we've raised a lot of money for the charities and for the children.
most memorable moment at the egg run was about 10 years ago when I was riding just as a participant, and I had a relation who was 87 years old, a grandmother of a friend, who said she'd love to actually ride on the bike, and she came back on with me as a pillion. And if you've ever seen an 86-year-old lady jump off a bike at Clatterbridge Hospital and basically cartwheel up and down the car parks with glee, it was quite memorable that we made someone's life very, very happy for that day.